In today's video, we are digitizing, cutting, and embroidering the Gunner's Mate sweater. Make sure you subscribe to view our new projects every week. Okay, our materials for today's project, we are using our big size Mighty Hoop, the 13 by 16. This is the biggest one that we have for our machine. So this pretty much can do all size for our sweaters. So perfect for this design. We have our gray twill from Twill USA, our cutaway backing, and I'll put all the description, the exact details where I got them and the weight of this cutaway, okay? And then we have our Gildan, our dry blend sweater, very, very nice, excellent material, okay? Perfect for this type of work right here that we're doing. Okay, we are now in the digitizing phase, and real quick we can see our design. The yellow here, that's our placement stitch, and the light blue, that'll be our zigzag stitch. Okay, these are our barrels, our Gunner's Mate barrels. Let's take a look how it's gonna play out. So you see our placement stitch going. Speed it up a little. Okay. So these are all just regular stitches, just for placement. Once we place the fabric, then we have this zigzag. It's a 4mm zigzag coming on top, securing our twill. Okay, so bam, bam, bam. Okay, so now what we're going to do is set up our cut stitch. We're going to copy and paste our placement stitch, which is color yellow. So copy, bring it in here to our new document, paste. Okay, so we have our placement stitch. So for our cut file, what we want to do, we want to extend it 0.7mm outward. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going here. Let me move the computer screen a little to the left. Okay, so we're going to, this is hatch 2, by the way. So we're gonna click on create layouts. Pretty much all digitizing software is somewhat similar, so you might have the same functions, just in a different area if you have the digitizing software. All right, so let's go to create outlines. So our all of our stitches are selected. Okay, make sure all your stitches are selected. We're going to create outline. Okay, so we want object outlines. Okay, that's good. Offset, our offset is going to be 0.7mm. Okay, so that's space for us to place down the fabric, and the placement stitch can be within that fabric. Okay, so that what that 0.7mm is giving us. All right, so all of the settings look good, so let's go ahead and push OK. All right, so it gave us some extra stitches, which is fine. We'll just delete them. So what we want, this is our, the yellow is our original. That's our placement stitch. We want the outer part for our cut line, okay? So we could delete this inside one. And then here, we wanna make sure we're deleting the purple that's on the inside, okay? Because that would be too short of a cut, so delete. Same thing down here. We want to get rid of the inside one. Okay, so let's delete there. And out here, that's the outside one, that's the inside one, so delete. Okay, so now this purple, that's outside of our placement stitch. Okay, so we're good here, we're good here, and we are good on the top barrel. All right, so now it is safe to delete this yellow, which is our placement stitch. All right, so this is our cut stitch ready to go. All right, and the way we save it, we're gonna go up here on File. Let's see, let me move this screen a little. Okay, we're gonna go to File, and it has an option to export cutting. So we're gonna go export cutting, and we're gonna call it 34 GM cut SVG. Okay, that's a lot of information for me to know, so if I ever have to look for it, those are keywords to let me know what it is. All right, so let's go export, and bam, we're ready to go. So what I'm gonna do is take that file and put it into the ScanNcut, or you could put it into whatever cutter you have, and it's ready to go. So let's take it to the brother machine and let's get it cut. Let's go. Okay, so now we are going to load our design, and we have our USB thumb drive, and we simply put it here on the side. Okay. Then we have our little push button here. So we are going to hit the thumb drive, and then we look for a file. So it's called 34 GM cut line. So we'll click on that. Okay, there you go. All right, so we got a good zoom in now. So we selected our file and we're good to go. So we push OK. All right, we really don't have to edit. Everything's ready to go. Yeah, we should be ready to go with that. So we push OK. Now we're gonna select what kind of cut we want. So we're going to cut. You have options to draw, emboss, foil, but we pretty much just use this to cut. So let's go to cut. Okay, so we're going to click on the wrench, and let's see our settings. So we have cut speed. I like to just do it slow. All right, we'll go into slowest speed. We're in no rush. And our cut pressure, -4, that's fine. Cut pressure, manual blade, -4, okay. Cut amount, 1 millimeter. Half cut, I have the half cut off, just so I could guarantee that I'm cutting the piece that I want. All right. So these are the settings that works for us. So let's go with that. And we're ready to go. So let's set it up for the cut. All right, so this arrow, that's the point that's going inside our machine. All right, so we are ready to put it in the cutter. Actually, let's load up the mat. Okay, mat is loaded. And now we're ready to go. So please select, so all our settings should still be here. Okay, so yeah, we're good. So we could just push start. And this is ready to cut. Okay, so we are good to go. Unload our mat. So it's gonna look something like that. All right, and it's all said and done. Bam, bam, it's nice and big. Nice, good size that we got. Cut out perfect, very fresh, clean cut lines. So, especially that we're going just a zigzag line, we definitely need these nice, fresh cut lines. All right, so let's hoop it up and let's get to work. Come on. Okay, so like an easy way to do this line also, without measuring and all that, you could just simply fold it in half. Okay, you can just fold it in half. Okay, you know you're straight right here. You can crease up this line here. Okay, what I usually do is just make a straight line right here. Put a little line here, little line here. So we have our straight line there. We're gonna go about 3.5 fingers. And I'm tracing it. I wanna make sure my height line doesn't pass that line. Okay, so we're using our mighty hoop. So we'll put the base of the hoop first, put the backing, we'll put our cutaway backing, just simply snaps in. Okay. We want to make sure our notch is facing down away from our sleeves, just so our sleeves don't bunch up in the machine. And then once you snap, this is gonna snap, all right? So you go all in, okay, bam. So we got our center, our white line going right through this center little circle up here, and the same thing down here, okay? So we are perfectly centered. All right, so let's take it to the machine and let's get busy. Okay, so we are now ready to set it up on our machine. So just carefully slide it right through, right on in. All right, just like that. Now you want to hear those double clicks. Okay, before you click, just make sure you're not caught on anything back there. And then let's go, click, click. Okay, hear that? Then we got our 2 sleeves back here. So we'll control these sleeves. Right, so I'll control the sleeves with just this little clicky click thing. All right, just make sure down below everything's good to go. Nothing's kind of caught up in here. Okay, so we're good. Next thing, you want to make sure you're centered. So I'm gonna use my little white center line. Bam, we're centered there. So we put a little bit of spray, adhesive spray on the back. So pretty much what you want to do is just overlap the placement stitch lines. Okay, so now we're at the heat press, ready to go. All right, so there's an adhesive underneath our twill, and it's just gonna become one with the sweater. Okay, so we got the embroidery plus the adhesive. We're good to go. Okay, we're ready to go. We have our Teflon paper ready here. We're at 340 degrees, and we're going for 20 seconds. All right, so let's go. All right, nice, nice. Check this out. Bam! This is looking fresh, right? Hot off the press. All right, so this is good to go. And that's a wrap. Our final product ready to pack and ship. Make sure you subscribe and leave your comments on the bottom. Peace out.